The 10.0.3 update is just released for DBD, and alongside the new writ comes massive, unexpected JSON reworks. I was pleasantly surprised to read the patch notes and see 4 of his weaker add-ons have been buffed, 2 of his most depressing have been nerfed, and his anti-camp is finally floor dependent, meaning he has more variety in both his play and his builds. Full patch notes will be in the description, so sit back, relax, subscribe, and enjoy 3 builds making use of the changes. You know this map's really bad when you can't hear your own power over the siren that plays. But it's okay, because we have 2 buffed JSON add-ons here. And well, they should do the Lord's work for us, is what we're aiming for anyway. The first is Sleeping Bag. A very underrated add-on just because it's simply outclassed by so many more of his other add-ons. Now, this one is going to give us snapshot auras when we pull a hook spike in power. The reason this kind of sucks is because you get a hook spike there, so I'm going to count this anywhere else. And then I'm going to use my power, and then I'm going to pull another one, and that's going to tell us where everybody is. Anti-camp doesn't apply vertically anymore, so this is completely viable to go for. I'm so happy about that change. Big hit. I'm going to zone her this way. She's going to pull that pallet. Even if she doesn't, we are a little bit high there. That's unfortunate. She doesn't expect us to just come straight through though. So yeah, that add-on kind of sucks for that reason. And the other one is the Toxic Waste, which applies Oblivious. Why is it better now? Like, that's also 10 meters again, instead of the 8 it was before. Now, these add-ons are both buffed just by bringing a Putrid Oak, which is why that's what I've done this game. I'm not going to go white. Okay, the whole point of anti-camp not applying vertically is just dead. Brilliant. I thought they fixed that. That was literally the whole point, but never mind. But yeah, we have a bunch of Oblivious perks, then we have Pentamenta, when they inevitably cleanse our playthings. Or even if they don't, it's just nice to hang. I wonder if I can get a second shot here, just before we hook this. Oh, just short. I thought you would actually dodge instead of just standing and looking at it. This is rapidly approach their direction. Show what are scratch marks. Somebody's still here. It's you. You had a beam. Hello. Do you want to not do that? Okay, well. There's retribution on everybody. That was really silly. I should never gone for that in a million years, to be honest. Where's the third person? Oh, the scuba. Brilliant. Nice. Of course, that's available to Pentamento now at any point, really. Could do it early to maximize it, but they're also never going to cleanse a Hex again. So I don't know if I want to do that yet. There's another Retribution proc because they've cleansed both the playthings now. So we see them all going for this. Is there no TP that's just not anti-camp range? Why is that anti-camp range? You know, get somebody. Cool. We try cut off somewhere under here, maybe. Like that. That was actually really well predicted. Ah, he's gigantic. Wall strike. I'm actually feeling a lot more confident in this build. I have recorded the other games. You're probably going to watch them after this one. The game's just been a bit funny today. I've played okay in one of them, but it didn't really matter. It's kind of upsetting. That's upsetting as well. I'm not sure what the play is here. I might just go for that. No, not quite. You'll drop that for me. Thank you. I'll put that up now. I don't know how you missed that, to be honest. That's quite an achievement. But I knew it was dead. I just fucking left it. I suppose I don't really need it yet. Shot. Been so used to 2-0s, I was waiting for the aura to follow up, but there just was no aura to follow up, so I'm just going to use my intuition. Go, okay, she's going to dodge that way. Nice. That's a death. And that's also another alien instinct. Sleeping Bag, the biggest problem, I think Sleeping Bag needs to remove your reload from hooking them. Is that counterintuitive? Absolutely. It's going to make the character worse, and I kind of feel like there's never a reason to run that add-on at that point. But at the same time, you have to waste time throwing it away. Ooh. Committing to that stun's very big instead of just holding through. And hoping that they dodge it. Nice, that's a big down now. We can pull this, we can go put our Penty up, and that should be game in a second, to be honest. It should be a pretty raps game. I think that was Penty again, but that's also Retribution, so... Just put another one back up for the one time. We'll let them cleanse that. And we'll come out here instead. Nice, huge hit. And we know exactly where this person is, so we may as well just go for the wrap-up play again. Just a hell of a lot of aura reading and a hell of a lot of obliviousness. I'm going to gamble here. Of course, because of retribution, we still see that aura, so they don't know that we know that they're here, but we do know that they're here. Pull another one. There we go. Big game ender. Very huge. Very nice gameplay. I'm very happy with that one. Just overall, very nice changes to the character. Did he need the box? Absolutely fucking not. But will I take them? Absolutely. Absolutely. They can move at the end of the... We're gonna go for the full status effect chase in this game. Now, they've reworked both these add-ons, one again to be a buff and one to be a nerf, and I'm so happy to see the gutting of Sauna Rock back to back with the gutting of Deputy's Badge. I genuinely despise both of those add-ons, so to see them both go is genuinely a good sign for all Jason players who want to see the character in a healthy spot that's fun to play, and doesn't see the character receiving unnecessary nerfs in the future to his actual base kit. The fact that they just nerfed... was never going to that add-on, but that add-on, that poke, but okay. Because both these add-ons just really promote on... I'm not sure why the chase started when I literally didn't have an LOS, but... Sure. Yeah, both those add-ons really promote just the most unhealthy ways of playing the character. So I'm fine to see them go, honestly. And yeah, we've gone for a bit of a different build here. Sauna Rock, obviously it's 3 seconds, but still works with Overwhelming Presence. Obviously we will have Killer Instinct on them, but sometimes it's just nice to have the actual pinpoint aura, as opposed to the snapshot that comes from having Killer Instinct. And then we've got the Broken add-on. I decided to pair that with Terminus, so if we could get them broken right before they pop the last gen. We can go into the endgame with fully broken survivors, hopefully. And that'll mean we can get some really nice hits and downs on them. I find Noah not a very good poke on this killer, because it's just, he's not an M1 killer. You want to be going for those long shots. So Terminus that keeps people injured and essentially exposed to his power is, in my opinion, always going to be more consistent. I'm honestly going to kick this, and I'm going to go TP upstairs and see if I can catch some people lacking. Perhaps over here. I've still got serious brain work on my own build. I'm so used to having so much aura reading on this killer, and it's kind of a habit I'm going to have to get myself out on. Play them offline, I'll just play full aura and go for cool shots. That's not really a viable playstyle. Person's still injured, despite never being broken, so this is an incredible choice if you are balanced. Which I don't think there's nothing in the window here, so there couldn't have been a lie. Oh, I've seen this. I didn't realise how consistently this happened. Tora is now going to be in a Vortex for the rest of the game. Whippy. Enjoy, Miss Bubblekin. This one's looking good. This is where Discordance would have come in before, but I don't have it. I'm really not sure what I was doing with that either. Now, little misconception with the Shards, obviously it's only on impales, which you can only do with a hook spike. I don't know if it applies when you slap someone into a wall with a normal one. I don't know if that counts as an actual impale or if that's like its own thing. It's really silly, actually. I might do this. Come out in the tile once this is off good and exhaust her. That gives us an aura on her exact position, and that should be a hit. Nice. Again, Killer Instinct. I'm always gonna just prefer pure auras. I'm not gonna be much of a Killer Instinct fan, to be honest. Very wide there. Some really cool shots in this shack. Will she let me go for one of them? No. We are 110 here. I'd rather just go for that, actually. She's going to let me go here. Go away from the shack. Now, the beauty of Sauna Rock now being 3 seconds is actually going to buff Overwhelming Presence. Because they're going to walk that exhaustion away very, very easily. And... ah, poor from me. I really need to drop this chase. I'm kind of just throwing committing to it. Where's the deadlock gen? Still down there. The beauty is, of course, that... fuck me. You're gonna walk it off, so if you re-teleport on the head, it's gonna reapply the aura. Not really sure what you're doing. Or what you're doing. That's certainly a decision. Tempted to just take this. Come on, my Vortex Tori. Julia, break this over here with power. Ah, fuck, that's that done. They're still here. I knew she'd panic and try to throw it on my head. She couldn't resist it. Kind of tempted to just leave and take the kill, actually. I tried to sneak that past Kang and ended up hitting 9 of them. I realised there were 2 gens. I thought they were at 1, which is why I was panicking about that gen being done. My person being slugged down there is going to be huge. That's fine, honestly. Not what I really wanted to do, but it gets the hit. If they pop another gen, we get Terminus on them. Hello. This could honestly just be a slug angle. Not sure why she got aura healed and the other one didn't. I played this. That was a daft one. I would be doing that. There? I don't ask. Let me go back to this. Silly. Very silly shots that I should just never be trying to go for, to be honest. Do I go here? I do. Would never have thrown that in a million years, because there's a good chance you can just dodge on the spot. But it is what it is, I'll just hit the hook. To be honest, I try to slug. They're all injured, so if they pop the gates now, then we're in a good spot for Terminus, so basically I can expose power in the endgame. I had this conversation with Sign the other day. I'd quite like to see Jason hacking at him, whereas longer shots are like eerie head hatchets and like... uh-oh. Super uh-oh. Let's kick this. I'd like to see it so he has either like an eerie head or an endgame thing, or maybe even like a special basket or 2 around the map. Grant him an eerie head hatchet. There's our Terminus. I'm very tempted to leave this chase and go back over this way. Because I imagine they're going to be straight on the gate so you can remove the broken and heal up. Yep. Ah! Shouldn't have flicked! Fuck me. I'm throwing now. We're at the end of the game. See, they're already on it. I knew they'd want to do that shit. Okay. But now what? They're just gonna take the 2. Fuck man, everybody just wants to take the 2! Everybody just plays for the 2 out, what's the point? No! Every fucking game, man. Play some counterplay. That could have been such a cool endgame. They fucking heard the sound, bro. I hate the fact that it sounds global. And we're gonna kill our Sonya on the wind up. And I missed. Brilliant. Oh well. The Jason box and Nox, they're here. And we are trying what might be my favourite build for Jason right now. It's just a super solid, consistent build. That gives you a lot of info, which is how I like to play them for clips. And it also gives you one singular slowdown, just so the game can stay in your hands. Just when it's getting out of reach to win. You got that range slowdown. It doesn't work in Omnipresent. I thought it might, but it doesn't. But that doesn't even matter, because it's just a really sound and consistent slowdown. I'm the sort of person who doesn't really like to waste time kicking gens. So a perk like Turn Back the Clock is perfect for someone like me, who doesn't want something boring like Pain Res that you lose halfway through the game. How we can climb a dodge. Hold up. The door on this side? Up the window is. There we go, that's the angle we're looking for. Beautiful. Who the fuck is that? Who is this person playing? Who is that? What? I've never seen that song in my life. Who is that? I was wasted here because I don't really have another opportunity. Somebody's going this way. It's Sable again. Too high. But yeah, so 2 add-ons in this build have been changed. One's been nerfed, one's been buffed. It's the Party Noisemaker. It's probably my second thing with add-on for him. Works really nicely in that build with Thwack that we've shown before. How we got ducks from the Jonah? We need to expect that, and we need to just start aiming high. Can you throw one of these pellets so I can use it in a minute? Drop that. Bro, he's so patient. Now you drop that. No, he doesn't! Fair fucking play. Oh, he just ducks every time! This guy's really annoying to play against because he knows what he's doing. Like, what a read from this guy, man, genuinely. This is kind of a stunning run tile, though. This is actually tilting as fuck. Alright, we'll take one of these and maybe go for a Party Noisemaker play instead. So yeah, that's the reduced range there. Don't think we would have seen that before. There we go. Big hit. A lot. Can we go 2 for 2? We can indeed. Yeah, it's 28 meters now, not 32, which is a marginal change, but it means that people inside your terror radius are now visible, which they weren't before. A second off 2 nils is sad, but I've run it with lethal anyway, so it's like, still what, 7 seconds? Not quite there. I need to really hit this with a turn back to Fog. That's probably the situation. You're gonna have more use out of Pain Res, unfortunately. 1 out 2. Who the fuck are you, bro? Who is bro playing? Alright, I'm going back to the hook, because we're 2, and I don't particularly enjoy losing. What? There we go. That's the angle I'm looking for. Can we go 2? Go with the aura? Oh, I was rocking the way, that's upsetting. There you go, I would probably still known where she was with the old 2 nils, because that extra second does make that little bit of difference. Fortunately. There we go, that's down on the annoying fuck here. I was gonna take this, it was probably unnecessary though, unless the Sable's still behind me somewhere, visible. Hopefully we can conquer this. Honestly, this is the build I've just been playing for clips. So, it's win some, lose some, but you get enough info, and the game lasts long enough to play for some cool shit. But you probably want to play a bit more optimally. For fuck's sake, this perk's wank. I'm gonna head back this direction. I'm gonna turn back his gen. Not really what I was aiming to do. This has put me in a bit of an awkward spot, really. I don't really know how to play this. There's fucking nothing at all here to play around. The one time I don't want a dead zone map is when I'm playing this killer, man. I guess we just take this and see if we can get a gearhead. And our other injuries healed, so this is all we've got to go with, really. There we go. That's a basement hook. Basement hook this, we can basically guarantee a kill if we want it now. There's someone on that gen and we're just going to bank on that being the only one being worked. No, it's fucking not, of course it isn't. Progress. Not much. Of course that would be the one with progress. Okay! That gives us an aura on him. Perfect. Just say it's not gonna late. Not gonna Party Noisemaker. Can you fuck off? Securing the second down is gonna be big once we've killed him. I'm just silly with it sometimes. It's fine now. You no longer have Decisive Strike. And this girl is actually bait for these guys to come back in. Nice, huge. Confident to pick this now. I've also removed Go to Calamity Camp. I don't know if that applies to basement, but it does. It might. I don't know. Just get it talking. Okay, never mind. Cool, take that, I guess. Oh, that was an upsetting game. I was gonna say. I feel like that could have been played so much better, but I don't know, man. That was a really, really rough match. That Jonah played so incredibly well. It was so upsetting.